Hello and welcome to Shorts That Are Not Pants Virtual Film Festival 2020. I'm happy to be here today with Fabián Archondo, the director of Toxic, or Toxíco, I suppose, is the right title.
Yes,
Um,
that's the
he's
right
joining
title.
us
Yeah.
from Mexico tonight. Whereabouts are you? In Mexico City?
Actually, yes, I live in Mexico City,
Great.
right here in the capital.
That's great. It's nice to be with you tonight. I really enjoyed the film. It was one of the first ones that I watched. In fact, I just looked at
Oh, really?
the submission date was right around the time when we were all locked down for the pandemic. So, of
Oh
course,
my God.
it resonated quite a bit for that reason. I guess my first question is, when did you shoot the film? When did you make it? It was obviously last year, I guess.
Yeah, it was 2018,
Hmm.
actually, because the post-production phase was a little bit longer than we expected, uh, for a number of reasons. But yeah, it was a long time ago. It's not like we were um, looking forward in time. We didn't know that anything around COVID will be like, well, this crazy fact nowadays. Uh, but in a way, it's like I don't know. We took just this couple of toxic people in this crazy situation. Get on with it, and then I don't know. Maybe in a way, reality um, surpass us in
Yeah,
in a heavy
yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that I noticed is that I was reading a lot of people who were locked down together. You know, couples
Yes.
that they were worried about things like domestic violence increasing. You know, when people had no way to go outside. Um, so I guess I would ask you where the idea came from. You wrote the film yourself, also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
So where did the idea come, and how did the process go of writing it and then bringing it to screen?
well, I have to thank my wife because of it. No, that's obviously a joke. It's not like I have a problem in my marriage. Everything's is quite nice, but it's I don't know. It is this. I think every couple has his up and downs, and we certainly had one of those. And then I just extrapolate things. It's like you see a warning sign. Everything can go side down in a minute.
Hmm.
uh, you go around a problem in your marriage or anything like that, and I just said, uh, anything can go toxic in a way. Every relation it can be in a spin roll anytime. It can be maybe even something superfluous or something really huge and important for both for the actual couple. And then it was just like, okay, let's extrapolate this thing that I'm dealing with. uh, it was not really harsh for me,
Hmm.
but in a way it was like, okay, let's just go huge with it. And then I was thinking about, okay, in Mexico actually there's a couple of huge accidents involving toxins, and um, I noticed that because there's a small town, well, a small city, which is called Salamanca in the state of Guanajuato. And one day, just a huge toxic cloud got over the city,
Hmm.
and everybody, the population's eyes got turned itchy, and everybody,
Hmm.
felt sick, and it was nobody knew where it came from, that toxic cloud.
Hmm.
Uh, Many people think that it was from a new refinery that was around the area, but nobody really, and it was not a very huge news. You don't read about it in the papers, but I
Hmm.
noticed it. Uh, a friend of mine that actually lives in Salamanca told me about it, and that was huge for me. And it's okay, maybe that's
Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's a nice, I don't know, framework for the story, and it will be like a good metaphor of the actual toxicity in certain relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
The setting is great. Did you find that house the way it is, or did you have to create that, like the decor? You talk about how, you know, the husband really thinks it's ugly, you know, and it's sort of like it looks like a house from maybe the 70s or something. Did you find it in
Yeah.
that condition? Was it just a lucky location, or did you have to create that set
Well,
design?
I'm actually from the north of Mexico, from a city called Monterrey, very near the border,
Hmm.
and that's where we. I kind of got involved. I wanted to get back to my city, uh, and very near the border and around this huge uh, desert area in the north of Mexico. And a friend of mine, which is actually the photographer, um, the photographer of the film.
Yeah,
He's the owner of that house in the middle of the desert,
yeah.
and and actually he told me about it, and then we were trying to figure out the film and how it will look, and he just showed me this place because that's a place where his family used to hunt
Yeah.
deers and everything, and they go around and hunting, and it was like great actually.
Hmm.
So, and I look at it, and all of these I don't know, this furniture and this old, very old style 70s house is actually there, and we just reconfigure the setting and everything. But it is like this. It is
Yeah.
this house.
Wow.
For
So also, it's I know you are a director of television as well as feature films. So how did you find the time to shoot this short film? Did it take a long time to do the production? Like it's hard to say. It's one setting, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about the process of shooting the film.
it took us only 2 days and a half. The actual
Wow.
production, the shooting. Um, it's crazy because this place, I only this actual house that I told you about. I knew it only by photographs, and my friend got we he told me how the location works and the whole spaces. He measured the the actual places, and when we were going to shooting, and just 1 day before the shooting, I just knew the actual place. I was really there.
Hmm.
So it was very short. Pre-production was really short. We had to figure it out in the actual location. So my shooting list kind of reconfigure when we were just about shooting day.
Hmm.
So it was not really long. That I would not recommend this approach at all. You should have a more healthy pre-production, phase. Uh, but in a way, I think it actually works in many ways. And we invite a couple of actors from Mexico City, actually, that are not from the north, and they are quite famous here in Mexico. And so yeah, we just went
Yeah.
there, and it's what it's really good about that location is that we were really very isolated from the world, and we actually slept in location, not in
Hmm.
the actual house, but in a house near that house, and right in the middle of the desert. So that's a good thing. We just woke up and start shooting every
Yeah.
day. So
The casting, you mentioned the actors, they're amazing. It's just two people in this film, really. So the chemistry between them, it has to feel believable. How did you know them, and did they have a lot of time to prepare? Uh, they're both really really perfect, I think, for this role.
yeah, they were great. I actually, Monica Huarte, the main actress, I know her from a long time. From a long time ago, we actually worked together before.
Hmm.
Mauricio Isaac is the one I don't know. I was just looking for the perfect actor to embody that character, and actually Monica told me about him. He recommended him, so you gotta
They,
work with
yeah,
Mauricio, and she was
have
right
they've
all
worked
along.
together before? Then I guess they've worked together.
No, actually, they haven't worked before,
Oh,
but they knew each other, and
oh, I
they
see.
and they wanted to work together in a way. So it was the perfect opportunity for everyone involved.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're someone who does other types of projects. Are you working on anything new that you can tell us about? Any other short films, or are you mostly a television director or feature film director?
Well, I'm actually I'm also a screenwriter. So I'm working actually on a US project, a very big project. I cannot say a lot about it, but it's for Amazon. It's a big production setting that would involve the US and Mexico too.
Yeah.
And I'm about to shoot another short film too. Maybe it will be on your festival.
I hope so. Yeah. One of the things I like is, I don't like when short films are treated as only as a stepping stone. I like that it's something you can use to express some, maybe some creative energy and tell us a different story. So I'm glad to hear that you're doing that.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
You think next year you would be ready at this time next year? Or?
I hope, because this COVID time, it's really crazy, and it will be hard because we want to use the subway of Mexico City for our main location, and well, subway, a lot of people coming their way. It's gonna be kind of difficult maybe, but I don't know, we gotta figure it out because it's really important to be on that subway. It's one of the main locations. And around it involves a thriller too, suspense. It's going to be really, really good and crazy, but I don't know. We got to try because it's a great story.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. Maybe not next year. Well, hopefully soon.
Oh yeah. Hopefully.
Well, Fabian, thank you for joining us. I'm very excited to show the film to our audiences in Canada, and I think they're going to love it as much as I did.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Yeah. And good luck. Good luck with what you're working on, and hopefully we'll chat again soon.
Anytime you want.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks a lot, James.
Okay.